I'm in Proverbs 22:6. Train a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. This does not mean what you think it means. This is not a promise, it is a warning. Trying to think how I can do this shortly so you can understand. Train up a child. The word train is hanak in the Hebrew. It means to narrow the way so that you're not giving your child options, you're training them. You are narrowing their options. The word education in Hebrew is chinmuk. This verse, let me do it this way. Some think this verse is about children. It is not. The verse tells us to carefully, some think that the verse tells us to carefully train children in the way they should live, and then they will not depart from it. It does not. Those children trained right will continue to live rightly, guaranteed. Not what the verse is saying. This is really complex. The word child here, na'ar, means an adult male of marrying age. So he's post bar mitzvah. Bar mitzvah happens in the 13th year. So you're not talking about a little child, you're talking about an older child. Remember, in the Hebrew economy, the first 12 years were spent with the mother. The next 12 years were spent with the father learning the vocation. That's why Jesus got left in the tabernacle? Mother thought he was with the father thought he was the mother, because he was in the 12th year. He was in that bar mitzvah year. The mother probably thought he was with Joseph. Joseph probably thought he was with Mary because he was in that transition year. So they're gone 3 days, don't know where Jesus is. All right? So we're talking about a post-pubescent child who is post-bar mitzvah. We tend to use the word kid or child a lot. Our son, my stepson, Irma's son, is 44, pastoring a 600-member church in Bakersfield, California. Irma still says, I want to go see the kids. Daughter is 40, Becky is 48. Yeah, has a grandson in high school, about ready to go to college. Let's go see the kids. The kids are almost 50 years old. But that's the way we talk. So this idiom is used, na'ar, of post-adolescent children. The problem is the translation of the way we should go. And you probably won't remember any of this, but at least you've got it. It's not supported by the Hebrew text. Better translation is raise a teenager in this way. And if you leave them to their own way, they will not change from it. And the problem begins with the Septuagint. Medieval Jewish philosopher Ralbag interprets it this way. This is straight from the Jewish. I mentioned this the other day. I have a Talmud, I have a Torah. I've got two Talmuds. I've got the Jerusalem Talmud and I've got the Babylonian Talmud. I've got a Torah, I got a Tanakh, which is the total Hebrew Old Testament. So when I went through this, I went to the best Jewish scholars I could find. Train a child according to his own evil inclinations, and he will continue in his evil way throughout his life. That's what it means in the Hebrew. If you leave them to themselves, you're creating a monster. That's what he's saying. Richard Clifford commentary. Let a boy do what he wants, and he will grow up self-willed, an adult incapable of change. Stewart commentary. Train an adolescent in his own way, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So whatever you train as a child, whichever way you push him, if you leave him to himself, he's going to develop habits that will be almost impossible to break. To this day, I squeeze toothpaste from the top. Irma squeezes toothpaste from the bottom. So how do we stay married? 2 separate tubes. Yeah. No problem. If it's squeezed from the top, we know it's mine. If it's squeezed from the bottom, we know it's hers. Make a big thing out of something that's not a big deal. Buy 2 tubes. We've been buying 2 tubes for years. Amen. Amen. So you don't have a guarantee, but you have the help of the Lord if you want your children to go right. Ephesians 6, 4-9. We're almost done. And you fathers, do not provoke your children to wrath, but bring them up in the training and admonition of the Lord. Don't harass your children. Amen. They do have wills. We've got a grandnephew. I'll call his name, Jonathan. You have never met a child like that. Impervious to pain. Impervious to pain. Brilliant. Too grown for his own good. He's 9 and into everything. Holds a good conversation. Very intelligent, but wants everything his way. And his parents and grandparents in particular know they got to train that will, or that smart brain is going to get that little boy into a lot of trouble. Brilliant child, but willful beyond, and you can't beat it out of him. You can't. He's impervious to pain. You can make him cry if you try hard enough, but that's not going to change his heart. Amen? So don't provoke your children.